I'm going to be telling you today about the 28-day detox program that we've had so much success with. So I'm just going to give you a brief overview about it. I'm going to be using this little presentation here. If you can't see it well, we can email this to you. But we're just going to start out by talking about the fresh start that you can make with the 28-day detox. If you're physically, emotionally, hormonally, or financially out of balance, we can help you start a new you. We balance your hormones with this program. And what you do is you get a hormonally balanced diet, and that's just eating the right amount of carbohydrates, fat, and protein. And when you do that, you are going to have more energy than you've ever had before. You're going to lose the unwanted pounds in your midsection in particular, and it slows down the aging process, which that was great for me, and I'm thrilled that it slows down the aging process. I'm 55. So I don't look 20 or anything, but I look better than I did before I did this. What we do is we eat low glycemic. And a glycemic index is just how rapidly a carb turns into sugar. And this matters because the sugar is stored as fat. When we're eating low glycemic, it also takes away your hunger pains and your cravings. And that is a big deal for a lot of people. I've had people tell me, that they're like chocoholics or sweetaholics or whatever. And they would call me a few days into the program and say, "Oh my gosh, you weren't lying, Dawn." And I wasn't lying. But they say that their cravings are gone and that they're able to do without, whatever it is, sugar or carbohydrates, whatever. So it's amazing how your cravings do go away. Sugar and aging are related in that when you're eating refined carbohydrates like sugar, it breaks down the collagen in your face. And that matters because collagen is what keeps you looking young and it plumps up your cells and everything. And diabetics with poorly controlled sugar age a third faster than non-diabetics because of, the collagen breakdown. Excess sugar is inflammatory, and inflammation causes many, many diseases. And one of the diseases that you think of most as far as inflammation is like arthritis or bursitis. And I have personal experience with that. I had shoulder surgery. I had some tears in my rotator cuff, and I had shoulder surgery before I'd ever done this program, before I'd ever even heard about this program, but it never would get better. I ended up having to have a second shoulder surgery, and it still wouldn't get better. I could only lift my arm just barely, even after all the surgeries and physical therapy and all that kind of stuff. But I started doing this program. I'd never seen a presentation. The only thing I knew about this program is that it would make me have a flat stomach. And I was all about having a flat stomach. So I started doing it. About 2 or 3 weeks in, I was cooking and I reached for something and lo and behold, my arm would lift up and I was thrilled to death, And so that's a really neat side effect, is that getting the inflammation out of your body will make places that are sore, like I've had people say that their knees or their elbow or hips or whatever are so much better when they are doing the detox, and so that's a great side effect. Also, sugar feeds cancer cells. My brother-in-law passed away about 3 years ago now from lung cancer, and when he went to the cancer center, they told him he had to get off of all carbohydrates and sugar because that does feed the cancer cells. And we all have cancer cells in our body, I'm told, and so you certainly do not want to feed the cancer cells. I've got a lot of cancer survivors on this program, and that's one great way to try to keep cancer from coming back, is to keep the sugar and carbohydrates out of your diet. So that's another great side effect. What we do is we're removing toxins from your body, and a toxin is anything that is considered not to be fuel to your body. That's what your body considers a toxin. So your lungs, livers, kidney, colon, and skin are working overtime trying to get rid of the toxins that you ingest. You have 2 toxic gateways, and the one that we would think of is your mouth, because you're putting things in your mouth. But the other one that's just as important is your skin. Your skin is your biggest organ. And 60% of what you put on your skin goes directly into the bloodstream. That's why a pain patch or a nicotine patch or a hormone patch work. It's because the minute you slap it on your skin, it goes directly into your bloodstream and it works. So it matters what you're putting on your skin. 23 seconds after you put anything on your skin, it can be found in every organ in your body. So here's something for you to try at home. Peel a clove of garlic, put it between your toes, and within 23 seconds you'll be able to taste it in your mouth. Now that's pretty amazing. But it really points out to us that it does matter what you're putting on your skin. So if you're using lotions or shampoos or foundation or whatever that have PABA, paraben, benzene, mineral oil in them, all of those are carcinogens. If you're putting that all over your body and it's going straight into your bloodstream, then no wonder there's so much more cancer these days. You know, when I was a child, I didn't even know anybody that had cancer. Nowadays, I find out somebody every week almost that I know personally or that's in my family that has cancer. And it's because we're putting carcinogens all over our skin and it goes directly into the bloodstream. And you know, you think about Europe, how they have so much less cancer and heart disease and all that kind of stuff. I've always heard people say, you know, why is that? Is it because of the red wine they drink? Who knows, the red wine may have an effect. But the main thing is they're not putting carcinogens all over their skin. The European regulations on personal care products is very strict. In fact, 1,400 things are banned from their products, and there are only 5 banned in the United States. So to me, that's just amazing to think that 1,400 things are banned in Europe, and we don't ban any of those things even though they're known carcinogens. We just have those allowed to be in all of our personal care products. We are a Swiss company, so all of our products are going by the European standards. And I will mention right now, we have all these products that are for our 28-day detox, but we have over 600 products. So we don't only have the weight loss system, but we also have skincare, we have anti-aging products, we have baby products, men's products, shampoo, conditioner, makeup, you name it, we have it. But it's all PABA, paraben, benzene, gluten, soy, dairy free. It's everything free except free. But onward with this, you have the 2 toxic gateways we said. One of them was your skin, the next is your mouth. That's very obvious. But the President's Cancer Panel says they have grossly underestimated how much cancer is caused by what you put in your mouth. But when you think about it, beef and poultry are filled with antibiotics and hormones, and that's very bad for you. And produce is sprayed with pesticides, and if it kills a bug, it really can't be that great for you either. But we also have the refined foods that are filled with additives and preservatives. And none of those things are good for you. So we're trying to get all that out of our system. Your liver is your key detoxifier. Now this was something that was news to me. Not that it was the detoxifier, we learned that in school. But if your body is overburdened with toxin, your liver slows down. And when your liver slows down, your metabolism slows down. So that was the part I didn't know. I had no idea that your metabolism had anything to do with your liver. But it actually is the main thing. Every system in your body slows down if your liver slows down. So your liver is your premier fat burning organ. It's funny, when I'm talking to everyday Joes like myself, usually none of the people that I speak with know that your liver has anything to do with weight loss or with your metabolism. But if I talk to doctors or nurses or any of those kind of people, they say, well, yeah, of course. So, you know, I don't know why they're not telling us, but I didn't know that. But obesity is more closely related to liver dysfunction than any other abnormality. And the environmental toxins increase in the blood as you're losing weight by 23% because it's trying to clean them out of your system. And as a matter of fact, when you get to that plateau where you feel like you can't lose any more weight, oftentimes it's because the toxins are clogging the pathways. And so what we do is on day 14, we use the 7-day cleanse, that's this, and we help move it, get everything moving again by cleaning out your colon. So that gets you away from being on the plateau when you do the 7-day cleanse. This was very interesting to me about why we have that little fat belt or big fat belt that we have. The reason is because when the liver is cleaning out the toxins out of your blood, it kind of like, this is my lay terms of course, it kind of spits them out in the midsection because that's where your liver is. So if those toxins were just allowed to go loose in your body, they would go like to your heart or to your brain and it would kill you. So God in His infinite wisdom knew that. So He covers the toxins with fat and water molecules. Well, that's why we get that fat belt, and it gets bigger and bigger as we age. Because the longer we've been on this earth, the more toxins we've ingested, either from putting things on our skin or putting things in our mouth that have toxins in them. So it keeps getting bigger and bigger with age unless you clean out the toxins. But the cool thing about this program is that as soon as you clean out the toxins and they go away, the fat just drops off, because the fat was only there to protect us, to keep the toxins from going to our brain or our heart. So that is one of the really cool things, is to have that midsection just disappear. And everybody that's ever done this makes a big deal about that, so I love that. The population's getting fatter. We know that 67% is overweight right now, and the numbers have doubled in the last 20 years. And if the trend continues like that, they say that 100% would be overweight by 2040. That's horrible. We want to change that. So the amount of toxins in the atmosphere and all that stuff have just continued to increase, and that's what has made this obesity horror happen in our society. The winning combination, however, is the hormonally balanced diet along with the detox, and that helps you drop the unwanted pounds, especially in the midsection. It increases your energy and immunity, which is a big deal. It also improves your sleep and your digestion and elimination, and that's a big deal for a lot of people. But here was one that was a really big deal for me. Mental clarity was a big deal to me, because as a teacher, I was a teacher for 30 years. As a teacher, it was really important to learn the students' names quickly. And I'd always been able to learn the students' names really in the first day. But the last 5 years I taught, I could not remember kids' names at all. It was just unbelievable. I would think I'd learned them, and then I'd see the child in the hall or something and not remember what their name was. So my mother has Alzheimer's, so it was scaring me to death that I was forgetting children's names. So I just knew I had Alzheimer's. But lo and behold, when I did this program, that wonderful side effect of mental clarity came about. When I did it the first time, suddenly I could remember people's names again and remember numbers, phone numbers and ID numbers and all that stuff. So that's been a great side effect for me. Also, just the energy and the immunity. Those are big deals too. There was just a sickness where my mother is, and it went around to everybody there. And I was one of the very few that didn't catch it, praise God. And having your immune system, functioning correctly makes a big difference in staying well if you're exposed to things. But what we do is we have products that just help you stay on the program. If you were to do the exact same thing we're talking about without products, you could do it, but it would be a lot harder. What we do is we remove anything that could be an allergen. And all of these are allergenic foods. We remove for 28 days gluten, corn, soy, dairy, refined sugar, alcohol, and coffee. And if I were in person with you, I'm sure I would have heard a huge gasp when I said alcohol and coffee. That's the one that people always freak out about. They say, oh, I could never do without my coffee, or I could never do without my glass of wine, or whatever it is. But the thing is, you can do without whatever it is for 28 days. This is not, a lifetime of never having anything again. For 28 days, you take these out, and then you put them back in one at a time after the 28 days. And if you have a sensitivity or an allergy to any of these, you'll be able to tell it. Like, for instance, if you put gluten back in and you start having stomach problems, or if you were to gain 3 pounds when you put gluten back in, you shouldn't gain 3 pounds in one day. So if you do, that means it's causing inflammation and it's making you put on extra pounds. With me, when I took all these things out, I had irritable bowel syndrome, IBS, ever since I was an adult, really. So I had all kinds of stomach problems. I had to take Nexium and Imodium and Pepto-Bismol, you name it. I took everything every day and still had stomach problems, even with taking all the medicine. But after I took these out of my system, then about a couple of weeks in, I didn't have stomach problems anymore. Now I don't have to take any medications for my stomach, and I took them for years. I don't have to take anything anymore, and I don't have stomach problems anymore. It's like a miracle. Another miracle, yay. But it's really nice to be able to be well and not have to worry about it. When I cheat, and of course I do, Thanksgiving, Christmas, birthdays, whatever, if I eat gluten or soy or dairy, that's the 3 that I had a problem with, if I put those back in my diet, I know that I'm going to have stomach problems. So I do it knowingly, and sometimes, I'll cheat and my stomach will start being messed up immediately. If I do it long term, like from Thanksgiving to Christmas, then even my shoulder goes back to hurting too, because the inflammation gets back in my shoulder. So it's really amazing to see the difference. Then when you take it back out again, stomach problems go away, shoulder pain goes away. So it's really wonderful. What this looks like, here's what it looks like. Let me grow that up. Okay, this is your plate. Half of your plate is going to be non-starchy vegetables, anything that you like. I love all vegetables, so I always have lots of different stuff, cabbage, green beans, squash, whatever. But you do half of your plate non-starchy vegetables, and then a quarter of your plate is lean protein. So that can be grass-fed beef or chicken or fish, whatever. But that's going to be a quarter of your plate. And then a sixth of your plate is high-fiber carbs. That was wonderful to me, because in all the years that I've been dieting, and I've been dieting since I was about 13, I did it wrong for all these years. I was always starving myself to death. You know, I didn't eat carbs at all. I ate pretty much salads all the time. And when I first started doing this program, and I could have sweet potatoes and sweet potato fries and brown rice pasta and brown rice. I have one of those every single night. I feel like I'm cheating every night. I'm eating way more food now than I've ever eaten in my life, and losing weight doing it, which is fantastic. I lost 30 pounds doing this. Then a twelfth of your plate is healthy fats. And so that could be olive oil or nuts or whatever. But like I said, the high fiber carbs was a big deal to me. And if you've never tried brown rice pasta, it tastes just like regular pasta. And so I make spaghetti, or like I'll do stir fries and put it over, you know, some kind of pasta or rice, brown rice. And it all, you know, it tastes like I'm cheating all the time. And we give you wonderful recipes and a grocery shopping list and everything. So it's not like you're just playing this by ear. You have lots of stuff to tell you what to cook and what not to cook. So that's that. Okay, so we have the products that help us to stay on the program. This is our protein shake. It has 20 grams of vegan protein. We have vanilla and we have chocolate. And the reason vegan matters is because whey shake, which is what most of the other ones are, is really hard to digest. So Dr. Oz said on his show that when you're trying to digest whey, that your stomach does that little grumbly feeling that makes you feel like it's growling or whatever. With a vegan shake, it doesn't do that. It digests it quickly and it makes you stay full longer. So that's a really good thing. But also, you know, we were talking about the antibiotics and the hormones that are in cows, injected into cows. If you're having a protein shake with whey, which is a byproduct of a cow, you know, milk, dairy, if you're having it, then you're also getting the hormones and the antibiotics in your shake. So that's not good. We also have the Detox tea. And this is what I replace my coffee with. The Detox tea cleans out your liver and kidneys. And I put a fizz stick in it every morning. And this is our little energy drink. And it's got B vitamins and ginseng. And I put that into my Detox tea in the morning. And that's what I have instead of coffee. And I'd been a coffee drinker since I was 13 years old. So I would have thought I could have never given up coffee. But having my Detox tea with my fizz stick, I've not missed it at all. I never had the first headache. And when my 28 days was up and I wanted to try coffee, you know, I was excited to have my first cup of coffee. I had my first cup of coffee and I was like, not so great. So I never went back to it. So I have my Detox tea with my fizz stick every morning and I love it. We have citrus and we have pomegranate fizz sticks. And they give you energy, they help with appetite control, and they boost your metabolism. So they are wonderful. Everybody loves them. And I have the one in the morning, but then I have others throughout the day if I want extra energy or, you know, want my metabolism to be boosted. But some other products that we have this product that's called Digestion Plus. It's got probiotics and prebiotics, and it helps you have a healthy gut. And I was telling somebody the other day that the only thing I'd ever known about a gut was that I didn't want a gut. But a gut is not what we think of as a gut. It's inside, and it's, you know, where lots of stuff goes on. If your gut is not healthy, it makes you have depression and other kinds of emotional disturbances, just if your gut's not healthy. It also makes your face break out. It makes you have stomach problems. There's all kinds of things that not having a healthy gut cause. But the prebiotics and the probiotics in the Digestion Plus help you to have a healthy gut. So I have one of those every day in my protein shake. And like I said, I don't have any stomach problems anymore. They're fantastic. We also have the 7-day cleanse. And I told you that we do that on day 14. It's just this little packet, and you put it in 64 ounces of water and drink it throughout the day. And I put a fizz stick in there too, because I love the fizz sticks. But anyway, that cleans out your colon, and it's a gentle cleanse. A lot of people are very concerned that they're, going to be like in the bathroom all day. That's not how it does at all. It's very gentle, nothing like a colonoscopy cleanse. It's something you might not even notice any difference, as far as how you are going to the bathroom or anything, but it's pulling out the metals out of your colon, it's pulling out the toxins out of your colon, and the American Medical Association says that you can carry between 5 and 20 pounds of sludge in your colon. Who wants 5 to 20 pounds of sludge in their colon? So this is helping to clean out the sludge out of your colon. Also, we have the Fiber Boost. I put that in my shake as well. And it makes you feel full longer, for one thing, but it also just increases the fiber in your diet. So that, too, is pulling things out of your colon that don't need to be in your colon. So that helps you be more regular. So you get enough in our program. You get enough for a 28-day detox. In fact, you get 2 bags of shakes, and if you're just doing 1 shake a day, that's going to be a 2-month supply, because doing 1 shake a day, this would last you for a month. But if you have like 1 for breakfast and 1 for lunch or whatever, then, it would last you for 1 month if you had 2. But you get to control how you do it. If you want to have this as a meal replacement for breakfast and then eat meals that go along with our criteria, the other meals, that's cool. If you want to have this for breakfast and lunch or breakfast and dinner, you can do that and just have 1 meal. It's totally up to you. We give you the guidelines, but you're in charge. You're running the show. So let's see. Okay, these are just before and afters, and I have lots of before and afters of people that I actually know, of me, my sister, my husband. And so if you want to take a look at any of that stuff, I can email it to you. When you get the whole kit of the month's supply of everything that you need, it's going to be at a 40% discount if you choose to join us in the 28-day boot camp. And you'll get a 40% discount, and you get a $50 free product of your choice. A lot of people choose this product as their $50 product. It's called Greens Balance, and it's got 37 fruits and vegetables in 1 scoop. And a lot of people put it in their shake. I put it in water personally and just shake it up and I drink it with my vitamins in the morning. But that's a great way to get extra vegetables into your diet. And if you have any questions, you can ask the person that told you about this, your Arbonne consultant that told you about this, or you can email me personally. My email is joydawnsbiz, B-I-Z, @gmail.com. So feel free to email me or contact whoever told you about this, and I hope you have a great day, and let's detox together and join our Facebook group, and we'll do this together. Thanks.